Hello, 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 and welcome to our FPL show here on the Cheap Seats, which is a show on One World Sports Radio that talks about Fantasy Premier League. We've also got our normal English Premier League Cheap Seats where we've discussed about Chelsea, so go check that out. Everyone's buying Chelsea, but not buying Chelsea in their FPL teams. Or they're buying one man, and that's Lukaku. So we normally go through our transfers and our differentials for the week. One man didn't take his transfers because he decided to save money. I don't know what he's saving money for. We will find out. But how was your week, Dean, on FPL?
Yeah, it was good. I think I managed to break into the top 100,000, if I'm not mistaken, in the world now. So I'm up there. Trying my best. To be honest, the wild card did me well, and then keeping Saw and people like that. When everyone jumped on the Damari Gray bandwagon, I think it helped a lot. And then, yeah, Salah captain, can't go wrong. So it was a good week. But as we'll discuss, tides are going to start changing very quickly in the next 2 weeks. A lot of the guys that had good fixtures now are bad, and you're trying to get as many of the good fixtures in, and you played wild cards and things like that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
And AB, how was your week on FPL?
It was below average. I left 10 points on the bench. But I mean, to be fair, I put Southampton defenders. Yeah, I mean, why must I start a Southampton defender when they're playing City? So yeah.
Oh yes, Livramento got me 5 points.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yes. But he was the last guy on my defense. Luckily, I had Pontus Jansson and Mbuemo, and somehow Trent didn't play. So I got Jansson in with the 5 points.
I've been saying this about Trent.
And then
he's missed one game, maybe. He's missed one game. The guy woke up feeling sick.
Yeah, and thank you to Pep rotation. Ferran Torres sat on the bench while Mbuemo, the strike partner to Ivan Toney, gave me 8. So kind of helped. Oh man, Brentford. Oh, so much to say about them, so much to love about them. But as the Hardy Dials go by, thanks, AB. Now I know which part of the world you are in. Yeah, so that was an interesting one. So let's start with our transfers in for the week. I'm going to start with Dean. You went in. You're bringing back the man who got red carded. You're taking out the man who's injured. You're captaining Mo Salah because, like, in this game, you just have to captain Mo Salah. And Ismail Assar has been good for you as your differential.
Yeah, so I said it last week. I should have just kept Antonio and then moved out Calvert-Lewin for Bamford, but now it's just been a bit of a mess. So bringing back Antonio, they've got a tough fix, but then they face Brentford the following week. So trying to capitalize on that. And now Saw has got Newcastle at home, and people were touch and go about Saw, but I think Watford are never going to go out and score massive amounts of goals. But if they do score a goal, more likely than not, it's Saw. And if they do start winning and they get that good run of fixtures, which they've had, and he starts doing well, then more than likely than not, he gets bonus points as well. So he's trying to look at that as well. So Saw has been good, and he's still only owned by like 8.8% of people. So from a differential point of view, he's a good one there. Rafinha is also another one if you're looking at that price point, but I've got Rafinha. So in and around that 5, 6, 7 million midfielder, there's a lot of options. And there's going to be even more options that are going to open up now. Like Chelsea's got really good fixtures. Southampton's going to start having really good fixtures. So there's a lot of points to be made in and around there. And then, captain Salah just doesn't do anything wrong ever. So captain, they're playing Brentford away. It's obviously it's different. It's not at Anfield, so it's not as easy if you want to call it that. But anytime Salah plays a newly promoted side, he's going to try and run rampant. So I wouldn't move it off Salah. I think he's probably going to be the most captain person again. Like Ronaldo's got Villa at home, which could also be a really good fixture. I think between the two captains, you'd probably look between the two again, same as last week. But I think Brentford would take it for me from a Salah perspective. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Okay, I think for me, I think you mentioned a few things, and I think the whole you can have Rafinha I can have Rafinha and Sa on my team if I played this properly. So that's an interesting one because Rafinha is like a 6.5. Leeds' fixtures have gotten a little bit easier, even though they're a very bad team. Like they are bad. But if they are going to score, like you say with Sa,
it's gonna be
It's probably going to be Rafinha because Patrick Bamford's like left his scoring boots in the last season. So on my end, I brought in a Leeds player. I brought in Rafinha. I just needed I needed something because I can't be dealing with Pep rotation every week. I love Brian Mbeumo. I think he's a great option on the bench in case somebody just falls out the sky or gets ill like last week. I think my differential is Armstrong. He's always been in my team, and obviously CR7's my captain. Adam Armstrong's been I've kept him. Like Southampton have had a very bad round of fixtures. Even with that City fixture, I wasn't sure, but I was like, hey, let me take a punt because City played badly after the Champions League. He only got me 2 points. I was like, okay, cool. But then now they've got some really nice fixtures after this. I think the highest fixture they have is a 3 in the next 5.
So they play Chelsea. They play Chelsea in the next week, but then the rest of them are fine. So
they have 2 matches, Chelsea, then another 2. So I think I'll just carry on through with Adam Armstrong. And then obviously Ronaldo. I'm only picking Ronaldo because he's playing at Old Trafford. I feel like Old Trafford is electric with Ronaldo on the field. And if Manchester United are going to score, it's like, I was thinking about this the other night. It's like Mourinho Spurs. The tactic was find Son and Kane. This time it's find Ronaldo. Every play, it's like, woo, Ronaldo. But it's fine. It's okay. Jesse Lingard did score, so we'll do that. So, like, quite frankly, if you're not going to captain him, he's either going to, and he's probably going to get you a penalty now because all the refs are now up in arms. So, yeah, just like, it's between Ronaldo and Salah. I think I give Brentford a little bit more credit than you do, especially at home. But all I'm hoping for is David Raya saves. But yeah, that's my situation. Like Ferran Torres, thank you very much. But AB, this is the man who decided to no, it's fine. I'm saving money. You picked the differential who didn't play over the weekend, which is wild. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. This is how we know the state of AB's FPL when he's not making transfers and he's choosing differential goalkeepers. Then you know
who don't play. So guys, the reason why he was my differential is because like I mean when we prep for the show, I can't say Damari Gray's my differential now. Like 20% of people own him, so he's not a differential. So Bachmann's owned by like 3% of people, but he didn't play on the weekend, and because he didn't play, he got me what's his name? McCarthy's 6-pointer from
Southampton. Wow.
So sometimes Bachmann being in your team is helpful.
I had Foster on my bench. He got me 3 points. Same. So and he's at 4. So that's a goalkeeper if you want to.
If you want to ignore AB's advice,
Yes.
Okay, Foster, guys. Okay.
If Bachmann's injured for a very long period, Foster got me 3 points. He's on the bench. Yeah. Well, he's like 4. I was like, I needed a 4 goalkeeper because I knew I was going with 1. So
maybe I will make a transfer this week because guys, now I need to save money. I need 2 transfers. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just.
Lukaku.
Yeah, I've got Lukaku. I've got Ronaldo. I've got Salah, but yeah, I need 1 more player. I need a son, and I can't afford a son. But yeah, so like I'm struggling. No, I don't have trends.
You need. No. You need a trend.
So literally, my FPL strategy is much like United's Premier League strategy. Give the ball to Ronaldo and just let him do his thing. And that's what I'm doing. What must I do?
Let's talk about some strikers who I think that's where I think FPL, because obviously everyone's got Lukaku and they've got Ronaldo. So like you've only got space for about a 6 or even a 5.5 or 6.5. I know when I picked Adam Armstrong, he's still owned by 3% of the people in FPL. Is Ivan Toney now? Because Ivan Toney, here's the thing: Ivan Toney has his own internal goal expectation of about close to 20 goals a season. And even if Brentford are going to score, it's going to come from those two, either Toney or Mbeumo. But I think Ivan Toney is a guy like Ivan Toney. Even though they have quite a wild run of fixtures, still valuable in that spot? Or are you going to look for a San Maximan or I've already spoken about Armstrong, but or one of the other Watford like sixes, or even Timu Puki's is not working because Norwich haven't won a game. But are there any other of those strikers in that area that kind of help you if you want to play a 3-4-3? Because I know everyone's either playing a 3-5-2 or a 4-4-2 to try and accommodate Ronaldo and Lukaku.
So I think DCL's injuries hampered a lot of people, including me. I think Dean had him. And DCL was scoring every time he played, which is great because that's what you need from a striker. And then Danny Ings was great, and then he wasn't. Jamie Vardy is, he's a world-class striker. Still, I reckon,
just untouchable.
Exactly, that's the problem. We don't have the even a Lacazette of last season was getting FPL points, but now Arsenal are not anywhere. Harry Kane is still MIA. There's no one. There's no one.
Look, there is a few. You've got San Maximan, who's on 27 points. Tony's on 24. Neil Mope, I know you don't like him, but 6.5 price, 22. Watford's Emmanuel Dennis at 22 points, 5.2. Timu Puki's actually got 19 points this season, even though like Norwich are like not doing that well. And Josh King, funny enough, 5.5, 14 points. I'm afraid for these teams though. That's my issue. I sit there going,
So I'll throw out a name. And I think this will be my punch of the season. Okay.
Chris Wood.
No. So no one in Wolves can score goals right now, right? And Wolves still play Southampton, they play Newcastle, then Villa Leeds. So it's not tough fixtures in the next 4, right? The only person that can play or looks like they can score goals in that team is their new South Korean forward.
No, man. No, guys.
Listen, 5.5. Okay.
Okay.
So he's not starting at the moment, right? So he's not taking Jimenez's spot, but Wolves have to start doing something different because it's not working at the moment, right? I promise you now, this Ki Chang Wang is going to be unreal in Wolves' team. He's a forward. He's 5.5. He's owned by like 10% of people, and he's the only one in that team that looks like he can score a goal. When they beat Watford, he scored. So like he came on for Brentford for a half, and he didn't do anything. Fine.
This guy has played like 20 minutes.
Doesn't matter.
He's played 72.
Okay.
Jeez. He's probably 5th in my list. I think I'll go. Saint Maximum is the guy I'm looking at, and Armstrong, because Southampton fixtures are starting to look really good.
Newcastle fixtures look good too.
Newcastle's fixtures are good. And my thing is, I would have gone Jimenez from Wolves because he had that season. He had 2 seasons ago where he was just unreal. But the man's just not the same Jimenez, and I think we've seen that now. So Wolves need to do something different. I don't think this guy's the answer, but it's worth a punt if you want to be trying to get up there.
Sure.
So if you look at Newcastle's fixtures, they've got one fixture that's a 4 in the next 10 fixtures. Everything else is a 3 or a 2. And then after that, they've got Liverpool, City, United.
Yeah.
So San Maximum is actually not a bad call. Looking at the fixtures,
6.7.
And I think he's probably one of the better guys in this grouping. Because even if you look at Southampton, they've probably got the best fixtures because Southampton's got 3-4 fixtures with a full rating in the next 3. So it's actually quite interesting to see that maybe there is value in Newcastle. If you're looking for that third striker, if you want to have like another cheap midfielder and probably splash out for a striker, 6.7 for San Maximum is a little bit too much for a price point for me.
Well, if you're selling DCL,
comes back as well.
Yeah.
From DCL to St. Maximum, you can save a lot of money to spend elsewhere.
Yeah. This is what guys, I could get Trent by the end of today. Hang on.
The other guy I was looking at was Chris Wood from Burnley. He has, up until Christmas, that's 12 game weeks, only 2 game weeks in that 12 with a 4 and a 5, and that's Man City and Chelsea. They do play Tottenham in that period, but if you want to take a punt,
probably beat
on Burnley, because he's only scored 1, and Chris Wood normally gets you about 10 goals. So if he's gonna score in this period, this is the period. He might get you 5 goals, and you might then get something out of it. And I think that was the one thing I was thinking about. It was either Armstrong or Wood. What do the fixtures look like? I just kind of like Armstrong on that Southampton side, but like Sean Dyche and Burnley, they know how to stay up. They will end up staying up, so you get value out of those guys. But obviously, you are looking for that guy who's gonna have that breakout season, and it could be San Maximum because the man is looking very good. But gents,
I may just transfer him now. I just transfer him.
Oh, okay.
Here, Armstrong.
Doing it live.
No, Maximum.
Oh, okay.
No, AB, that means he's going to do terrible now. I was going to transfer him in next week.
Okay, guys. Cool. Are there any other captaincy options that you can go through with this weekend's fixtures? Obviously, United play Villa, Chelsea play City, Everton play Norwich, Leeds play West Ham, Leicester play Burnley, Watford play Newcastle, Brentford play Liverpool, Southampton play Wolves, Arsenal play Spurs, so that's an Alba captaincy week, and Crystal Palace play Brighton. Any other captains here, or is it just? I think Kane against Arsenal. This could be the resurrection.
Really?
I think a Son or a Kane captaincy is not a bad choice. The problem is Kane doesn't know where he fits on that field at the moment. It looks like he's trying to play central defender. He has no idea where he is on the pitch. So if Nuno needs to sort that out ASAP, and then I think we can start getting the better of Kane. But until then, I'm not touching either of them.
What about Odegaard?
Oh, not for this week. Maybe next week. Maybe
Spurs have conceded 6 goals in 2 games.
Arsenal have only scored 2 goals in 5.
Doesn't matter. He can score 1 goal. He can get you 11 points a game.
From a set piece perspective, yes, you could look at Odegaard, and I think he's like 5.5.
Yeah, he's cheap.
But then you've got an Arsenal midfielder in your team, and then
true.
It works too. But I'm worried about that Arsenal structure because I still don't. We still are waiting to see Arteta ball offensively. Defensively, they look amazing. They won't concede. But going forward, it's interesting. We just want to see what Alba does in the middle. I kind of feel like Alba wants to play on the left. And it's just kind of weird because now we're also playing like a single pivot midfield with ESR and Odegaard. So it's just, it's something needs to click. It hasn't clicked yet. I'd wait. Hey, look, you can take a punt on Martin Odegaard, but I'm assuming maybe after the Spurs game because they've got a great run of fixtures until November. So there will be some goals being scored and assists. Martin will be your assist king if Arsenal start win and score a lot more goals.
I think also if you're looking for a sneaky captaincy, Everton's playing Norwich, and Norwich are probably the easiest fixture in the Premier League.
Oh my word!
So Richarlison's an option there.
I'm not touching that man with a 10.
But it's a sneaky thing. But again, for AB, Captain Trent, Brentford, that could be a one that works as well. Man could get an assist and a clean sheet. Game changer. So
yes,
could be a good one there.
I'm there. Trent's in the middle of my defense. Okay, thank you very much, gents, for your FPL picks this week. Really, really do enjoy that. Remember, the FPL deadline is on Friday. It is not on Saturday. It's it is on Saturday. Thank goodness.
Saturday,
wow.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, I was about to be like, what's going on? Yes, Saturday, 12 o'clock. So, yeah, do get your picks in. All the best. There is that Chelsea City that's quite tasty early kickoff. But, yeah, thanks very much, gents. Have a great week, and we'll see you on the other side. Have a good night, goodbye, and silent.